Yeah, they got a. You're supposed to have an anti-fog. It doesn't work.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely not.
Doesn't it help you spit in them? Isn't that like a thing for anti-fog? I know we did that in swim team. We might have just been weird.
No, that might be a thing, but that's not a thing that they tell us.
Yeah, it's a thing we did in swim team. So a bunch of young men in speedos spitting on their own faces.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
As long as you're not spitting on each other's faces, right?
Right.
Well,
Your own spit is okay. Your mother's spit, I mean, you got to deal with it. It's but when you got other people spitting on you, yeah, it's pretty bad.
what happens in the locker room stays there.
Uh huh. Yeah, I tried wearing those goggles in Iraq because I was a gunner, and yeah, as soon as I put them on, I couldn't see shit.
Which is kind of important as a gunner.
Yeah, it was instant fog. I was like, it's broad daylight. I can't see nothing.
I finally got Peep to stand on my finger.
Really?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Have you got Trip to do that?
Oh yeah, Chirp does it all the time. It's
Okay.
It's
Rob,
I'm
You have more than one bird?
I got a second one.
Huh.
I'll send you pictures. He's cute.
Yeet.
He is. He's adorable. And yeah, they make a great pair.
We're excited to have you nephew.
Yes, we're excited to meet our new Neff bird.
Neff bird, hell yeah. Are we ready?
Emotionally, no. Physically, yes.
We ready?
Yeah, I'm still getting stuff out of my system, but I guess I'm ready.
Okay. Last game we left off, you're in the Atlas Pass. It's very fucking cold. It's yeah, I think you guys just barely past the cave where you can hear. You remember the Raven Queen folks or not the Raven Queen folks, the like commoners you rescued from that one Eladrin that was like selling them to slavery or what have you, and they told you about they were in this place, and there was a powerful fae who wanted the Undertaker from their village because he was a follower of the Raven Queen, and the Eladrin just gave that guy to this powerful fae, like basically wrote it off as we're not going to bother. And so at the mouth of this cave there are two gigantic winter wolves and two elves, but they seem to have like ice crystals in their hair, and they're holding weapons that seem to be made of ice. And as you pass by the cave, it is extremely colder than the rest of the sort of air around you, as though the cold from this whole place is emanating from the cave. And I believe you guys went past it after a short conversation with the guards in front, but then you kept walking a bit, but you can still, as those of you who weren't here pop into existence in this frozen tundra valley, you can still hear humans screaming on the wind.
Well, it's nice that you all decide to show up. Wait, where's... Look in the bag.
It's just Yagami in their jar.
I'm gonna wave, close it back up. I swear, if we actually lost him and it's not just disappearing disease, Gon is gonna wipe this place out before Merkul can.
I don't know. And you know what? I think Gond actually lost him for years, so I'm not sure he would even notice.
Oh, that's even worse. Oh, that's somehow worse. We're better parents to him than his own creator, and his creator created us. Do you think Gond made the other gods just so he could be like an absent parent?
A bunch of babysitters?
Yeah. Are the other gods just... Oh no.
Yeah, that checks out.
It does. I've dedicated my entire life to this.
Hey, Leo. And welcome back.
So, what is this about Gond creating other gods?
Well, I mean...
God's the god of creation, right? And so he created the world, and Bastion, I'm pretty sure he created everything else too.
Like, if he left Bastion and then we take care of Bastion, then what if he kind of created everything and then decided to have someone else take care of it? What if the gods are just a different version of us?
What are you basing this on?
I'm very tired.
And cold.
Do
Yes.
we have a destination? Because if not, I have a solution for this.
We just woke up here.
We just woke up here. Oh, okay. Well, tonight we can have ourselves a little tiny hut. We can all sleep in the warmth together.
Yes, it would be nice. Is it soundproof? Because I'm not sure how far we're going to make it away from this cave with all that screaming that we're not going to ask about because I don't think we can take it.
Wait, breathing?
Do you not hear it?
I hear it now.
Yeah, it's one of those things you don't really realize it until you realize. You know, you kind of go like blind to it.
So how?
But
Why aren't we helping them?
I mean, we could. I do need to murder a few things.
We should at least go check it out, right?
Yeah, I mean, we got Ghosty here. Surely he's sneaky enough to take a little look-see.
Again with the slurs, and are you talking about 10 or Carolina's shadow clone jutsu?
Oh, I hadn't even thought about the shadow. Yeah, we got 2 ghosts.
You were gonna send the whatever 10 is without knowing if he can or is the. I don't even know if I can heal him.
420 years old. I think he'd be okay, wouldn't you, 10?
Mm-hmm.
We spent some time disappeared together.
I
Not really time together, but we saw each other in passing.
I killed things that are twice as old as that several times.
I mean,
Yeah, but I helped, so...
You weren't even there. You disappeared.
And whose fault is that?
Gon's, honestly.
John's, honestly. Oh, good to know. Okay.
Well, I'm interested in investigating this.
I mean, it right now it's like super cold, and
Do y'all not still have your rings of warmth? We went
They
through it.
don't
We
work
been
anymore.
through
They don't work anymore.
They don't work anymore?
no.
Unless you got the fancy version, the like cheap ones that you guys bought in Stone Garden have expired.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Okay, then I will unattune that, and I will go and attune something else.
Yeah, if you have the real version, which I feel like one of you bought, but I can't remember who.
I have it in the old game.
In the old game, okay.
Yeah, I didn't carry that over with me.
Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, sorry.
All good, homie.
Like, I can cast some flame spells, but those only last like a minute, max.
Check your cannon.
And those are kind of meant to kill, not keep us toasty.
Huh. True.
I mean, yeah. Otherwise, I would be all game for murder hoboing, but I don't. I'm cold.
Hang on, let me think.
Oh, wait, I forgot. I forgot. I'm so dumb. If you guys all get in the bag and just have your heads sticking out, I can run and we can try and get there while you all stay mostly toasty and pop your heads when you get cold.
You have to see either all the way in the bag or all the way out of the bag.
So where are we going?
It's an
I don't know
alternate
if I
dimension.
trust you enough to get in the bag.
Oh, you'll be fine. Mostly. If I don't forget. Possibly. What are the odds I forget all 3 of you?
Which direction are we walking?
I believe last time you guys decided on southeast, but you could go a different way. You've come from the west.
So, I don't know. Up to the group. Are we going back to the Death Cave, or are we trying to find somewhere more hospitable?
Well, if we have the tiny hut, as long as our token little singer doesn't disappear again, We should be fine. I mean, if we go towards a murder cave, I mean, either we survive or we get in a little tiny hut.
It takes a minute to cast.
I can hold someone off for a minute.
You could hold them off for a minute. Okay, I believe you.
I could hold off anyone aside from a whole champion by myself for a minute if I needed.
I don't believe that, but thank you.
I mean, we could test it. I mean, I've almost taken a champion before.
Yes, but I am the
Not
only
a
one
fight.
who can control the Kraken someday when I learn this.
Why don't you just write the song?
Because I don't think it works that way.
Well, I mean, we're in kind of a little space out of time right now. Maybe you can go back in time and write the song. Maybe you wrote the song.
What if it's a sea shanty?
What if it's the song that you're gonna write for your family?
Oh?
But besides that, I think we're missing the most serious point here. What if the gods are babysitters? Who pays them? Do they get snacks? Are our souls snacks for the babysitters?
King Henry would say yes.
I can hear him coughing in the distance.
Carolina is shivering to death and pulling out Star Sugar.
Oh no. I was gonna get. Oh, I gave my Mylar blanket to Bastion. He disappeared.
Oh, I thought you gave it to Carolina.
Oh, then
You
yeah,
did.
Carolina. Yeah. That should keep you a little warm.
We had two shiny people and a guy who was on fire trying to sneak past the cave mouth, so...
Yeah. Well, how far away is the cave? Do we know? Any sort of general idea?
You're like a quarter mile from it.
No one's died in a quarter mile of cold and lived to tell about it, so it's probably fine. Survivorship bias is made up anyway.
Alright, I'm down for whatever direction we're going. We should start walking in one of the...
Well, here, let's just head towards the cave and try and murder something.
Agreed. Towards the screams.
North and Star Sugar.
Okay, make a con save.
I fail that miserably.
Okay. Yeah, with a whole 3. Let me read the things that happened to you. You get a huge rush. The entire world goes white for a moment, and then you can only see like the kind of darkness around rocks. Your strength, con, AC, and dex saves are up by 4. Your intelligence, wisdom, dexterity for everything else, and charisma goes down by 4. Your hit points are doubled for 30 seconds after every failed con save, which the DC is 17. You have permanently lost 1 hit point and gained 3 addiction points. Do you know how many addiction points you have right now?
6.
Okay, wonderful. The number that you are able to have is your con mod plus 10. So however much that is. Yeah, you guys just see Carolina do meth and PCP and crack all at once. And you are no longer cold and you could fight God, Carolina.
Alright, let's go.
Hey, Carolina, maybe you shouldn't do as much of that stuff?
What are you talking about? We're about to go fight something. Let's go.
Oh, God. Okay.
The blood come out of her nose a little bit, and her eyes are instantly bloodshot.
Carolina, you got some to spare for a long-time pal?
Don't you dare.
Yes, I do.
Oh, God.
Just a bump for a friend of an old-time pal.
Oh.
Are you gonna take some too, Leo?
Yes.
Okay.
Jesus.
Roll a con save.
Sorry, guys, I accidentally spilled fish sauce on this end, so it's a struggle at the moment.
Fuck.
Well, at least fish sauce doesn't smell bad.
I'm +0 on con, so that is an 8.
Thank God we're moving.
An 8. Yes. You Leo, you take meth, PCP, and crack all at once. I don't think you've taken it before, and so you kind of feel yourself ascend as you lose 1 hit point, Strength, Con, AC, and Dex saves are up by 4. Int, Wisdom, Dex for everything else, and Charisma goes down by 4. And then your hit points double for 30 seconds. And yeah, you have 3 addiction points. Congratulations. But you feel fucking awesome. You're not cold.
Not cold. Nice.
Is there? Do you have that written down? Could you put that in the chat?
Yeah.
That's a lot of words that I'm not very familiar with.
That's okay.
I gotta take some of them apart.
I'm going to partake in the festivities by just having a little bump of the meat jello.
The meat jello, Jesus.
I still have 3 cans of that.
You
Just gonna have a little
dig
spoonful of that.
Dig your finger in there, yeah.
Rubbing my gums a bit.
It tastes like roast beef. Just jello flavored roast beef.
God, that's the good stuff. Wish I had some horseradish pudding to go with it, but next time we're in the Underdark.
Oh boy.
It's good stuff.
While you're all high, you easily march the distance to the cave, and the winter wolves and the 2 frost druids kind of stare you down. And the screams are louder, and as you get closer, like kind of every step you get closer to this cave mouth, the temperature drops by like 10 degrees. When you're standing at the mouth of it, it's like -10 probably. And they kind of just look at you like they've seen some of you before, and now there's more of you, and they're just like, they don't say anything, but the look they're giving you is fuck y'all want.
My friends are a little sick. Can we come in for a bit of tea?
The master of the house is a bit busy. So you gotta give us a great reason.
Okay. I have a weapon enchanted named Merkul's Mercy, and it's extremely powerful. And I'm willing to come chat a bit.
I'm looking inside the cave to see if there's any more enemies in the vicinity.
They've just told you that the whoever the hell the master of the house is inside.
Right. I mean, like, can I see more besides that one?
You peer down a hallway that seems to widen the further it goes in, and you can tell the floor, the ceiling, the walls are all made of crystal clear ice.
We just need to talk. We're emissaries, and we're trying to garner help, let's say.
You're trying to sell him your sword, or what?
Trying to hire him. I'll say, at least for myself, I'm an emissary of Merkul, and there's another godly civil war coming. I'm trying to get allies to make sure we aren't just wiped off completely across the board, because as much as Merkul wants an apocalypse, I prefer it to be later rather than sooner, and I prefer it to be the correct one. So we are just trying to find powerful people, and obviously, the master of the house, powerful.
Merkul then, huh?
Yeah, he's better than the last one.
That's the only death god we're down with. I'll go call him. This male druid walks down this long hallway, and you hear the screaming that was coming from inside. It slows to a stop, and you hear like some kind of hushed voices echoing across the ice. But then the druid comes back out and waves you all inside. Do you enter?
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, you come in and down this segmented hallway, and there are like offshoots into what seem like other hallways, but you see great ice sculptures. They look very heroic, these ice sculptures. There's pictures of like elven soldiers standing guard and what have you. But the frost druid leads you down further into this central room, and you see this like an ice skylight that shines down on the floor. Bigger sort of ice sculptures, and then like random boxes. There's what looks like Does anyone want to make me a history check, and with advantage if you speak Elvish?
I hate elves so much.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to do everything in my power to foster their amazing and future achievements, just so I can hate them even more efficiently.
Yep. 18, and then you could tell the rest of the group this, Pale. He's got this random commoner who's wearing, like, simple black pants, black shirt, and he has the symbol of the Raven Queen on a necklace. It's just two, like, halfway unfolded wings. It's silver, but they've, like, painted in kind of like pins or like metals do. They have, like, the paint inside the grooves, and it's just black like that. He's got him laid over what looks like a sarcophagus, like it's a sort of ornate stone, and it has years on it and a name, that name being Azrielda. And he's been just basically laid, this man who your newly rescued friends told you his name was Theo, and he's just semi-unconscious as he's stopped. But who you can only assume is the master of the house is a huge, almost blue-skinned elf. Right? And I mean huge as in perceived stature, because really he's only like 6'5", but he just feels bigger looking at him. He's got really the long white eyebrows, white kind of drapey hair, and he's wearing armor, which is actually, it's like regular metal, but you can see it has like a design peg on it in curling crystals of ice. And he looks at you with his blank white eyes and said, "I heard folks from the other Death God were here." As he looks upon all of you, and then he looks at a few of you and he goes, "Are you guys on drugs?"
No, I'm not.
Are you judging?
No, never. I'm just really, I don't like the cold.
I see. My apologies.
Listen, we're sort of different religious group. Wait, which Death God do you follow?
No, I don't follow her. And he thumps the ear of Theo, who mumbles something, and he says, "I hate the Raven Queen. That's my whole thing."
Are you a necromancer, or...?
No.
I was worried you were going to say you follow Vecna. I was going to say you're a little late on that train, but, you know.
No, me and the Raven Queen have beef, let's just say.
Is it because of Azrielda, or something different?
His eyes narrow a bit, and he says, "Have you ever tried to resurrect someone and it didn't work?"
You know, I try not to resurrect people too often.
Make a deception check?
Would I be affected by the fact that I have 1 point of exhaustion?
Yes, you would. Any ability check, I believe.
If you had kept your friendship medal, I could have helped you, fucker.
Well, I gave it to the robot. Or Carolina. I think Carolina. Yep, I gave it to Carolina. That's a 7.
Oh boy,
I give it back.
No, I don't want it.
You say you try not to, and he goes, yes, a cleric who does the opposite of their job.
I feel seen, but also hurt by that.
No. But my hatred does indeed stem from dear Azrielda. After 94 years of life, she slipped on a mossy rock and died, after having done nothing to deserve death. I have lived over 2,000 years, and her mother is gone now, but surpassed me by at least 1,000, and only died because she was in battle. My child dead for nothing. Everything stolen from her and from me. And I cannot explain to you the joy of a smiling child, what that brings, their laughter, And I was on her in a moment. She fell right in front of me, and all of my magic and my healing, I healed her so much that the forest grew 10 feet around us. And all I clutched was a lifeless corpse. The meat that was left of my daughter. And I should have brought her back. I had been able to. I was there in moments, and I asked the feathered bitch, and all she said was no. And so, the gods claim to love their champions as much as their children, their followers as their wards and dear friends. And so, by maiming her followers, looks again at Theo, I want to claim the attention of our dear current champion, Zadok, and I will torture and kill every person who has so much whispered the name of the Raven Queen in that time, until she hears my screams of rage. The gods are parasites. They feed off the souls of you and me, and they exact their will on the land of the living, not because it is their place, but it's because they're hungry. She's no god, she's a parasite. The Raven Queen's impetus is to make sure dead things stay dead, because if they come back to life, the parasites lose their meals. Nothing more. And that is the only reason that you and I die. And the Raven Queen killed my child, and so I will show her what it's like to lose hers. And honestly, after years of maiming her faithful, I'm not even sure that will stir her.
Could I tell you about the good word of Alabal Lorful?
Oh, I'm well aware of him.
Because, I mean, if you are interested in a new god, I cannot recommend enough.
Make a persuasion check. And remember that your charisma is -4 because you are, high.
That's okay, that just means it's a straight roll.
Okay.
14.
He kind of laughs and he says, me and Albal, had good times when he was immortal, let's just say.
Wow, I forgot that he was immortal.
Indeed.
I love
It is
Al.
difficult to forget.
And you said anyone who so much as whispers the name of the Raven Queen, that goddess Raven Queen, you'd attack whoever does that. Can I offer you something better than maiming her followers?
Sure.
As you might have heard, there are things coming. The Maw is coming, obviously. But before that, I believe Pelor is trying to stop the Maw, something that even he can't do. Lines are being drawn again. Souls are being ripped out again, before their due time. The forces of nature and the forces that might be against it are starting to draw lines. The Raven Queen, would you say she's a force of nature?
She claims to be.
So take a side against her and Pelor.
I mean, that's what I've been doing.
Do it better.
And also, I have not heard this news. This is some new apocalypse.
Don't take it from me. Take it from Abel, Lorfear, Vivian, and Ten. Do you worship anything?
No, I don't really believe that anyone will. Any god will ever remain as such for long, so.
And an atheist. We're missing the Son of Gond right now. The Son of Gond kind of disappeared on us, but he's alive, by the way. Take it from them, not me.
We'll see how long they last.
So in this new apocalypse you preach of, people are fighting the gods? It sounds interesting for sure.
Godly civil war. Again.
Truly again.
Our Vivianite, I think, is probably the most well-informed about it.
Well informed.
Well, considering the path you've been put on.
I'm still trying to figure out if what this guy's doing is righteous or not.
I mean, same. Honestly, if I was with my last god, I probably would have already drawn my sword and done something stupid by now.
Hey, Carolina, make a religion check.
With my now.
Also, Leo, also make a religion check. Actually, now that I think about it, because you're high as fuck, it'd be easier for you to have... Because your mind is altered. You'd be easier to send visions to.
No, the machine elves. Your mind is opening. The machine elves. They're turning the frogs.
Hey,
They're turning the frogs.
hey,
So make a religion check at regular.
Yeah, that's a 2.
A 2. That's rough. How about you, Leo?
Like, my intelligence is right now a 5, so a -3.
Sick dog.
I'm really sorry. I was still cleaning up fish toss. What kind of check are we making?
Religion, and make it as though you were not high, because I figure being high makes you easier to get visions.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Oh.
Can I get advantage? That's gonna be a 17.
Okay.
Well, making it as if I was not high, that would be a 7.
Okay. Carolina, you wonder if this guy's righteous, and you're not sure. Leo, you said 17?
Yes.
Yeah, you're jittery, the world is white. Everything's in laser focus and blurry at the same time. You feel every cell in your entire body shivering with potential. And you look at this guy, and it's as though you're seeing something from first-person perspective, as though it's a memory. And you see a picnic blanket and various food and drink, and you see this guy, the Frost Prince, laying back against like a backpack on this picnic blanket, and you see them laughing as though they're with a friend, and then you see basically a snapshot of this guy fighting and sliding around like he's Frozone from The Incredibles, and you get the idea of maximum chaos and extremely useful, if kind of sketchy at the moment, is the vibe you get. And then you shake your head and you're not hallucinating anymore.
What was one of the food items?
It was just a lovely baguette with, you saw on the, like, it looks like it's from a farmer's market, like they're really cute little jars, and it was raspberry jam with rose petals.
I see that you liked Rose. I'm also a big fan of Rose. Oliball kind of showed me a bit about you. I have to say, I'm impressed and we could use you.
You see him blink. You just fucking had a vision right now?
Me and Al are really close.
He kind of stammers for a second, kind of losing the, I guess, sticking out chest stature he had before, and he's like, I can see, I guess. And he looks kind of like, not afraid, but just really off-put.
I'm sorry, you're right. I came on a little bit strong. Have to say, I'm not feeling quite myself. Not a fan of the cold.
My apologies.
I don't know.
It's not your fault, I'm hoping. Is it your fault?
He flips back his bangs and he says, I am the Frost Prince. I'm the ice guy. The ice is my whole thing. I can't turn it off either, my apologies.
Have you heard this story in my hometown about this woman, this ice queen, who freezes the whole city and then the power of love allows her to thaw it?
Didn't you kill her?
Tried the power of love.
Did you send her a necklace to kill her?
No, she did not have love. She was threatening me with her brothers, and then she was fighting on the wrong side. She obviously is a monster, because only monsters would fight for the other side.
He laughs and he says, you mean the great Queen Elisa?
I hate it here.
The Ice Queen Elisa?
Yes. Yes, that one.
It's many folks on the Door of Death mock me with stories of this queen and then a one that was defeated by 4 children who traveled through a wardrobe. And to this point, whenever I introduce myself in common conversation, I will not use my name, obviously. So I introduce myself as Jack Frost because I've heard that name in a demeaning, taunting way, but after hearing the legend, it does fit.
I see. So Jackie boy.
He kind of makes a face, but he's like, sure.
How far does the ice go? Because holy shit, it's cold.
Yeah, if I stay somewhere too long, it just gets colder and colder and colder, and I've been here for a couple hundred years, so...
I see.
If I keep moving, it won't freeze, but... yeah, it's a whole thing.
I understand. Moving all the time is hard.
It is indeed.
Hey, you want to move somewhere?
Move somewhere?
I mean, we could bring you... What if we brought you to the Scorch?
Someday I would eventually freeze it.
Bet.
Also, this is my house. I live here. I'm kind of good.
You're 2,000 years old. You can move.
I would have to take the skeleton of my daughter with me. And believe me, that stone box is pretty freaking heavy.
So if you were to come and fight for us, would your house melt while you were gone?
It would take a long time, because there's this thing called permafrost, where eventually the ground freezes and it keeps things cold for a long time. Also, we're in a cave, which will insulate things.
Yes, but apparently cow farts are making the world warmer.
Cow
That's just
farts.
Racist against Minotaurs.
How I didn't say shit about Minotaurs. Known many a fine Minotaur. I take it back. I've known one okay Minotaur.
Biblically? Did you biblically know a Minotaur?
No.
Are you lying to
Champion
me?
of Pan's a Minotaur.
Yeah.
I thought Pan was a...
He's a satyr, but his champion's a Minotaur.
Yes.
Kind of reversed, you know?
The current one anyway. He's had all kinds.
Yeah.
Come fight with you where?
There's a war in the mortal realms. Magic
yes,
users...
The
have been
mortal
abused.
realms where I would be killed by the first thing that saw me, yes.
Not if you're with
Well, I
us.
don't know. 10 looks freaky as fuck, and he's still running around. No offense, 10. I'm really starting to enjoy your company.
None tea.
Fighting in the mortal realms, yes.
Look, man, you don't like the gods. Pelor is stealing souls. We have one in a jar.
I mean, I can't just travel with you. We would be challenged by everyone who saw us. I'm an archfey.
We could come and get you.
And you haven't heard of the power of balance, have you? The Dane?
We know a Dane. The Danes are pretty chill.
It's... the more powerful you are, the more powerful your enemies would be. You do not want to travel with me.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's fair.
I mean, you don't seem that powerful, honestly.
I mean, we don't want to travel with you anyway because you make everything around you fucking freezing.
My apologies.
It's not that bad, honestly. I don't know what they're talking about. It's a little chilly, but it's not that bad. They're dramatic. Yeah.
Says the person made of fire.
Half fire.
Jack Frost kind of snickers.
So, listen. I think the best case scenario here, first of all, is stop torturing random people. Can I just put him out of his misery here?
He looks down, and then looks kind of at the rest of you. He says, you might as well. I was kind of done with him anyway.
Are you guys okay with this?
Please. It's obviously not getting you anywhere, so...
Got it. I pull out a cool mercy. Just right through the guy's chest. Then pull the blade out.
Right as you pull out your death blade, this guy, Theo, with his eyes that are mostly swollen shut, looks up at you for a second, and then is too weak to do anything, and so falls back on the stone, and then you, unless you do anything, you fucking stab him.
Yep, I'm going to spare the dying on him, and then I'm going to toss a nice, spicy little, where is it? Healing word at 3rd level, right into him.
So you stab him and then immediately resurrect him.
And heal him for 3d4 plus 2.
Yeah, you plunge Fool's Mercy into him, and you feel the blade kind of shiver with, hell yeah, soul baby, and then, make a religion check.
Well, that's an 8.
An 8. You get... The sword shows you flashes of battle, and you feel as though you're doing very well, but it can't give you whole pictures at this moment. Because if you remember, your sword has small prophetic abilities when you stab things with it. Yeah. And so...
Yeah, so I heal him, and then I'm going to just get down, kind of try and lift him up a little bit. Going to look up at old Jackie. I'm just going to say, one near miss by a god that didn't support you doesn't mean you take on the followers. It means you show them a better way than they follow you.
Theo, who's gasping in your arms because he only has 4 hit points to start with, kind of clutching his chest, and then the Frost Prince, Jack Frost, just kind of looks down in just a, one of these, and he says, although I haven't ever seen a cleric stab someone with a evil blade and then immediately resurrect them, this guy Theo is at full health. He's like a, 60-year-old man. Jack Frost gives you a, he's not gonna fight you for a random human.
I look up and say, I used to worship Tyr.
No wonder.
Hey, Carolina 10, Leo, we got any more business with him, or you think we just let him go to the wind?
I don't think he's gonna go to the wind. I think he's gonna stay in this house like Lisa? Was that her name?
Azrielda.
Yeah, Azrielda. I mean, he'll stay in his ice castle as like the Queen Elisa would like to, and everyone kept fucking bothering her. But yes.
I don't know. I think he needs to let it go.
Oh my god.
I
didn't even think of that.
I would like to kill Leo in one shot. If that's possible.
Leo, for that beautiful pun, make another religion check.
Ooh!
Leo's about to have the Maw Vision 4 times in a row.
That would be a 13.
Yeah, when Abel gave you the sort of feeling of chaos, it was almost a, this is going to be so freaking funny, like, kind of encouragement. Mm-hmm. And he gives you a flash of King Henry, tense, orderly, very sort of determined and rigid, and then a picture of this Frost Prince guy, and like the picture of him on a picnic blanket, and he goes, wouldn't it be fucking hilarious? And then that's the sort of end of the vibe you get.
Huh. Wouldn't it be? Hey boy. I actually do have someone that I wish you could meet. I think you two would get along so swimmingly. I just have this feeling that you two would be such wonderful, wonderful friends. Maybe someone you could lay out in the sun and just enjoy time with.
Is this the other person?
He raises a very dubious eyebrow.
And also, someone who could really use your help to save his kingdom. And who would be oh so grateful. And who could show you things far beyond the magic that you know. Or the hand cannon, and I like cock it, I guess. And then just kind of like show it off. And then like uncock it. Because we're inside right now, right?
Yeah.
An ice castle. Yeah, I'm not gonna shoot it, but I just want to like show it off, like 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 cowboys in the old west.
Brandish your freaking gun.
at this motion, with my intelligence not being anywhere near what it was, as he pulls out a weapon, I pull out light cutter.
Hang on, well, hang on. I'm just trying to show him the wonders of non-magical warfare. Because I've seen what you can do. It's quite impressive.
He says, first of all, what do I care for petty mortal squabbles and war? The mortals kill each other for sneezing. Secondly,
but aren't you so lonely?
I'm one of the most powerful fae in freaking existence.
What is your
I
power?
do not need guns and rely heavily on magic.
What do you desire with your power?
Desire? I desire to kill Zadok, the Raven Queen's current champion.
Isn't he on the mortal plane?
He is indeed.
So, we're kind of fighting against some gods and some other things. And I don't know which side Zadok will be on, but I think he'll be there.
We're kind of trying to save all that is. I think that includes you.
Yes, this apocalypse you mentioned.
He likes the dog.
But this place that he speaks of, hey, that kind of suits you. Actually,
I'm gonna whisper to the group, like, hey guys, can we just promise to help him kill Zadok if he helps us?
Oh, yeah, that's much easier. That's way smarter. What if we help you kill Zadok? We are quite powerful.
The problem I'm facing at the moment is I cannot come to the material plane without every adventurer, you pesky, annoying adventurers coming to kill me. So,
What if we were your bodyguards? We are quite good at killing people. Our skill, actually.
well, I'm never one to turn away good help. The point still stands. I'm an extremely powerful fae. It will raise several alarms.
okay.
Sounds like we better move quick.
If you understand that he lives in Golgari in the fortress monastery of the Raven Queen, that's...
We're
if you
Are
have
actively against Golgari? Yeah, that's us.
actively against Golgari,
Yeah, we can help. And we got more help. It's not just us.
it's an army.
We've been going around recruiting God followers anyway. I could probably me and Carolina and Leo could probably get you audience and getting in there. So we could stealth you in. You could hide in our bag.
he looks around to the ice, the kind of cold air that just emanates from him, and he says, "Ah, yes, sneaking."
Give it a bag.
Lots of disguise. And I make a face like Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean when he's like leaning his head back with his eyes like open.
I got a jar of dirt.
Yeah, like that. I have a hat and disguise.
It's he again motions to the raw magic kind of emanating from him. Yes.
Do you see this
Yes,
ghost
Mr.
motherfucker? We are already suspicious.
Mr.
And then
Flame Tongue.
I use the hat of disguise to look as similar to Jack Frost as I can.
Oh, hey, Mr. Flame Tongue. Don't you have some anti-magic shackles?
Oh yeah. Hey, Jack. Can I see your arms for a second?
Yes. Shackles. I will not be putting them on.
Listen. Hey. Are any of his guards in the room with us?
After the shackles of planar binding incident, absolutely not.
Listen, I will hand over all of my weapons to your people. I will put them on and give them a key. I will also put a pair on myself if you want, so you know that if I try to pull anything, the cleric of the party can't help. Sound good?
What purpose will this serve?
If we can reduce your magic.
No.
You want to sneak in? There's your way.
Or a bag. Could shove you in a bag. I still like the bag idea.
I do unfortunately need to breathe.
You can't make a ball of ice of oxygen? Like...
I mean, it will eventually run out.
Yeah, I guess.
And I can super easily make a ball of ice, though, yeah. Theo, who you've just healed, is kind of, still in his blood-soaked clothes, though he's healed now. He's kind of, like, on the floor, inching away from all of you, and especially Jack Frost. Just kind of nervously looking around, like, he's got just a lot of PTSD right now. But he doesn't say anything other than inching away from you.
Who among us doesn't have PTSD at this point?
Yeah, true.
I pick him up.
You pick him up?
Yes.
Just the whole dude? And
Yeah. Just get up and go. Stop sneaking. You're not good. Get out.
Looks between you and the Frost Prince. And he's like, get out, like, leave? I can leave?
Don't
Leave.
He's still in your arms, Carolina.
Skedaddle.
Set him down.
He runs away and trips on the smooth, slippery ice, and then continues to run away. And the guards kind of look inside the hallway confused, but as Jack Frost just kind of chuckles, they go, huh, okay, and they let Theo run off into the cold.
Bailey, I fully thought you were about to say he's going to slip, fall, and die in front of me, then I wouldn't be able to breathe.
No!
I thought you were about to say that. It's like, don't.
Yeah, he just smacks his head on the ice and fucking dies. Yeah.
Here, open the casket. I'm going to toss this one in.
Nowhere, and he falls.
42 points of frost damage.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna die anyway, but
Yeah, but then it's his problem, not ours.
he'll die a free man.
Exactly. Just consider our offer, Jack. You know where to find us. You're strong enough that you can message us. You can probably spy on us through whatever magic means you can. Just consider it.
Don't spy on me.
You can watch me, just not when I'm with my girlfriend.
You can watch me anytime.
Oh my god. So
I like this guy.
occasionally spy on you and then join your weird army that's fighting gods and some kind of apocalypse. Yeah, sure, bud.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really not that complicated. You get it.
Okay, remember the names.
But in return, you have some very powerful people protecting you and helping you in your fight against the Raven Queen's champion, which is really what you want.
Well, when your quote-unquote army gets to Golgari, let me know.
Alright. In the meantime, can you give us something to help with this cold?
Oh, I pull out my flame blade or my flame tongue longsword,
Forgot that you had that. Yeah.
and I light it.
The palace starts melting.
And, you use a bonus action to speak this magic sword's command word. I'm gonna use flame on.
Wonderful. Perfect.
Again, and Leo pulling out a weapon, I pull Light Cutter back out.
Sit back. No, Carolina, no.
Yeah, Jack Frost looks at the double-bladed scimitar, and he's like, yeah, I was gonna make fun of you saying you were powerful people, cause I've seen better.
Rude.
But with that sword, you must be either secretly powerful than you are, or a frickin' psychopath.
Did you just see me get a vision while talking to you from my god?
Yeah, I'm nerved. All right, you're mumbling about something that sounds like a vor fetish, and you're
Excuse
talking
me?
about mortals going to go fight gods. You told me that you have a friend you think I could date.
No date. He's already married
That
to a child.
However,
What?
my sister is single, and I feel like you two would do really well together. Her name is Jade. She follows Umberly, but she's trying to get out of it. If you are interested, I know Johnny Puyo turned her down. She's kind of bitter about it. However,
who's Johnny Puyo? And why do I give a fuck?
you don't. However, Jade, you two, biffles.
Yes, just some mortal.
powerful people. You're looking at future champions, or in Mr. Flame Tongue's case, maybe godhood.
I'm probably just going to follow whoever I can until I can get more and more powerful, then kill Umberly and hold her bleeding beatific corpse. It's going to be fantastic.
Everybody make a persuasion check.
Oh, do Carolina and I get an extra point because we're buddies?
Yeah.
Persuasion. So because persuasion is charisma, I need to subtract 4 to my bonus?
Yes.
Okay. That makes it a +4. So that's a 19 for
9.
Okay. 19, 9, and 2.
Oh wait, and then 10s.
Oh, I got an extra point, 10.
And then your persuasion is +4. So you have an 18.
Oh,
18 for Jeremiah. 10.
Yeah, but so Jack Frost says, "All right, a mortal army that would let me come kill Zadok. Who's their leader? Why do I give a shit about their cause?"
You don't need to. You just have to be interested in the fact that if you help us out, we'll help you kill the champion, which is hard to do. We know. We've seen champion battles between champions.
And you are, let me just say, authorized to allow me to just frickin' join your invasion? Because I haven't been to the material plane in some time, but when I did, a ancient red dragon from the area who owned the quote-unquote owned the area challenged me for dominance. And then, as I tried to hide from him, the mortals felt my presence and summoned about 20 folks, including what you call so-called champions, to try and kill me, and I have not been back since, because while I bested them all, I just don't need that kind of headache while I'm trying to complete my life's mission.
Tell you what, let me talk to the guy running it. We work very closely together.
Mm-hmm.
And I will just reach back out to you somehow and let you know.
you have a phone? Yeah. No.
You see who we represent already. Mercule, Vivian, Abel over here, and Gond. Just make sure when you show up, you're fighting on the same side as all those.
I will be fighting against Sadok. Whatever.
Well, if you're not attacking anybody that's on that sideline, you should be good.
Oh, I want nothing to do with the rest of you.
That's
Just the bitch
Show up.
queen.
Show up, wreak havoc, and go.
Get me in touch with those who can guarantee I won't be harassed while I'm trying to work, and sure.
Does friendship count as harassment? Because I think you and I could be super best friends.
He gives you a dubious look. Fire and ice?
It
Fire
sounds
and
like a classic book series.
Okay.
I could snuggle and be the right temperature.
Ooh,
See,
our strength could be equilibrium.
the only thing we can guarantee is you won't be harassed by other people. Can't speak for those we're fighting against.
But we're fighting against them, so we'll keep them away from you.
Well, you let me know. Also, as far as the cold goes, there is a deep cave to the northeast of here where you should be able to go far back enough, and if you have a fire of some sort, you should be fine.
Because all the people are screaming.
It was only that one. And he's run off to go freeze to death somewhere, so...
We'll see.
A fitting end for a Raven Queen follower.
Yeah.
And dying twice is kind of satisfactory, seeing as that's her whole thing she's against. He seems, as he looks up in the sky, kind of pleased and amused by that idea.
Okay.
What is the... 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 What is the...
You're gonna feel
What
so
if?
when he shows back up worshiping Merkul. You're gonna feel so silly.
What if we allow you? What if we make it so that you can kill the Raven Queen's champion over and over and over again for a while?
Ooh.
Gonna shoot a glare over, like, bro.
If she lets him be resurrected, because truly every time you resurrect someone, you have to ask her permission, basically. So
Not if we just bring him just past the brink and just back and just past the brink and just back. We've done it. What was it? 16 times to someone.
It was one time I did that. I almost lost a god over that. I lost him anyway. You know, I didn't cherish him. Ugh. However, don't do that.
Make an insight check, any of you, all of you.
That's a 6.
Wonderful.
16.
Yeah.
I'm a 17. 10 is a 7.
Cool.
And I'm an 11.
At 10 and pale, you can see this guy's kind of horny for killing Zadok over and over again. The idea is makes him lick his lips a little.
Just gonna reach my hand out to him. Little flame cantrip in my hand. If you show up when we need you, when we call to you, I will be there to resurrect you as many times as my god allows until he rips his power out of my body, which I have experienced a couple times, and I will, for you to show up, just give me your hand.
He coats his hand entirely in ice to protect you against your fire and shakes your hand.
I'll see you there, Jack.
As the mortals say, yeehaw.
What's the best way of getting in contact with you?
Message that stupid red-haired courier.
The red-haired courier comes here?
He goes everywhere. That's his whole thing.
Do you get tweets?
Tweets? If you send a bird messenger, a raven, or an owl, yes.
Yeah,
Any message you send me, I will accept and receive. By any means, it doesn't matter to me.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
We'll leave now if you want.
He comes, his white bangs back. He says, before you get frostbite, that might be a good idea. So long.
Miss
See
you
you,
already.
space cowboy.
Oh, God.
I haven't felt a thing since I've been in here.
You what?
Said it's alright, I haven't felt a thing since I've been in here. Let's go, guys.
Bet you haven't. Yeah.
So this is my first time with my flame sword active, and I'm kind of losing my shit over it. And so, like, I'm hanging back behind the group, and like,
Oh yeah, it's in your state right now. It's beautiful. The dancing flames across the blade as though someone's poured gasoline on silver. It's just beautiful, and it feels good.
I'm gonna try to change the color. I go blue, and I like just put my hand.
I saw it for a second.
Do you have access to thaumaturgy?
I cast thaumaturgy. When Leo says that, I cast thaumaturgy so he thinks he's doing it.
It turns into electric blue flames.
Oh,
I saw it. That was crazy.
When did we start doing ecstasy?
The whole time?
You're not.
I just have my meat.
You've never had MDMA, Carolina? I'm kidding.
All Pale needs is his meat.
Carolina is just blinking in and out of existence, flipping spots with her echo.
The echoes form, wiggles a bit. But do you follow the Frost Prince's directions to this cave you wouldn't freeze to death in?
I trust him. He's becoming my new super best friend.
Yeah, weren't we going southeast?
You could walk all the way out of here. You're near the center, so if you walked all day, you could get out to a new zone. But you'll be in that new zone having marched all day and not slept. So.
But we had Leo with us now.
You do. You could camp right outside the cave, just like what weak sunlight there is and be fine in the hut.
Tiny hut is nice and warm.
Yeah, you could camp anywhere if you have the hut. It's fine.
Doesn't matter. When we camp out in the hut, we're gonna wake up somewhere else anyway. So you guys want to try to see something new before we pass out, or you just want to go to the cave?
We could explore a bit.
Because I'm still all hyped up on Mountain Dew.
Hell yeah.
I reach into my bag of tricks and pull out all 3 balls.
Okay. Roll for him, I guess.
The hairy balls.
Okay, a 5, 1, and a 7. That will do. Excuse me, so sorry.
A giant cockroach.
A black bear, a jackal, and a giant hyena.
Not even sure I know what a jackal is.
I don't think I do either.
Like a dog coyote kind of thing. Think dingo coyote dog mix.
Oh, okay. Bigger ears.
A hyena without the spot.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
I
like
love
a jackal is what Anubis is. Anubis is a jackal head. It's like a thin, weird dog.
it. I love it.
Yeah,
Its
it's-
ears are so hairy.
African version of coyote.
Have you seen jackals growing up?
Why's it gotta be
I
African?
want to say yes, but well, because I mean, like literally, like
How
you said,
so?
Anubis is definitely
Well, no,
You kids and your devil grass out here.
Jeremiah, you grew up in like Uganda, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Good
he knows the
old
way.
missionaries.
Yeah, no, he spent half his life in Africa.
hence the whole bitter missionary kid thing.
There is no God. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
We've gone to the edgy atheist hour,
No, I'm kidding.
and the next hour is going to be how to.
Oh
We
god.
should really delete that. Take that out. It'll get us in trouble. Next, I'm going to talk about how this is bad.
It's
Edit that out.
all press is good press, my guy.
Yes, it's bad. Ugh.
I'm
never
going to
know.
get on Black Bear for a ride.
Yeah.
I'm gonna snuggle it and be like, "Oh, it's such a good bear."
Thick ass fur, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mwah. Whatever noise bears make.
I think they say, "Hey, you come to this bar often. You're looking pretty cute tonight."
Oh Jesus. That's at the. I went to the Pride Parade, right? And they had a. I don't remember what the store was called, but it was proclaiming to be a store for bears, and so it had a bunch of T-shirts that were like just dad T-shirts, like it's 5 o'clock somewhere, like stupid stuff like that. And I'm like, that's not what a bear. I mean, to my knowledge, I guess that's what a bear is. It's just you have dad vibes, like. Like I'm sorry I offended you. I'll stop talking because I'm so sarcastic. Like those like bullshit, ironic
That's
T-shirts.
implicitly covered in hair.
Papa Bear.
That's an odd. Well, if you're covered in hair, if you're big and bulky, you can be a bear, and if you're skinny, you're an otter.
But then you also have to remember that there are hairless bears, which I think are considered. God, what is a hairless bears called? Is that just like a himbo? There's like an animal name for that too.
Twinks?
No, because they're big.
Twinks are hairless
They're
otters.
Twunks.
Shots?
Twunks.
Twunk.
Twunks.
Yes. Twunk.
I can't keep up. Forgive me.
Yeah. You were raised by missionaries, Jeremiah. We forgive you for not knowing all the gay names for people.
Just,
Sorry to educate you.
just know there's love. Just know there's love.
Yeah.
I don't know what my excuse is. I don't know this stuff.
Well, you're a dad,
I'm old.
so
I'm old. That's what it is.
What? Yeah, I think having a kid is your excuse. That seems valid in and of itself.
Well, I mean, having kids, I should know the lingo.
true.
See, I intentionally learned slang wrong.
If
Well,
the kids
are
are of that age, then absolutely.
Yeah, my kid, one of my kids is like about to go to college in the next 2
Oh
years.
dang, you should be teaching us the lingo, but
Darian's the coolest one here.
I believe it.
No,
Yeah. You were in the Marines for like 10 years. You have the most street cred by far.
Yeah, well, and to be fair, in the Marines is where I picked up my nerd habit.
True.
So I'm hearing the Marines are a bunch of nerds. Then my one friend in the Army ate dog. So it seems like the Marines are more
Ate a
fun.
dog?
He didn't know.
Like in a street cuisine way, or like just really hungry way?
Someone served him food and he thought it was just beef and it wasn't.
Yeah, I did that to my wife in Okinawa. She came to visit me out there, and I asked her, I was like, do you want to eat on base or off base? She's like, off base. I was like, okay, you want to eat American or Japanese? She's like, let's go American. I'm like, okay, cool. In the cab, went out of town. I was like, right, American. Taco Bell, KFC, McDonald's, Burger King. She's like, KFC. All right, I'd been on this island for 6 months at this point, seen a single chicken.
Oh my god.
And
Wait,
so,
oh my god. Okay.
yeah, so we got there and she ordered drumsticks, and the leg was about a foot long.
Oh my god.
No.
She ate it. She's like, "Oh, this is good."
And she wasn't suspicious,
No,
being the biggest chicken leg ever?
yeah, she was like, this is good. And I told her, I was like, that's probably not chicken. She's like, what do you mean it's probably not chicken? I was like, we probably drove 8 miles on the highway.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she'd find it funny that being that she's Asian, but she didn't like that. I got slapped a lot.
Oh my god.
I still found it funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It's like, how you get mad at me? You said it was good.
Yeah. Well, now she's got a taste for it. The hunger.
Randomly craving dog apple.
Go to a pound and say, I'm really hungry.
Austin Pets or Animal Shelter like free dog giveaway.
No.
Drooling.
But do you guys set up the tiny hut and chill and go to sleep eventually, or do you try to go find stuff here? Because I'll be honest, other than the cave, you haven't seen much around here.
I mean, we're not going to chill. I feel like we're chilling enough as it is.
Well.
Bazinga.
Mm-hmm.
I do think chill is appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go look around until someone starts to freeze to death, then we get in the hut.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of which, everyone make a con save.
Yeah, I'm feeling if I don't keep moving, or...
Oh yeah. Con save, and then those of you who are high have a +4.
On our Constitution,
Uh-huh.
then that'll be an 18.
Wonderful.
13.
17.
Wait, you rolled a
Right?
19.
Sorry, I looked at the wrong one.
You rolled a 19 and then you have a +4, so 23.
Wonderful. How about you, Pale?
I got an 11.
Okay. Or even with the +4? It's +4 on top of your other modifier.
I'm not high, I'm
Yeah,
just
I have
doing meat.
+0.
Oh, right, you didn't do drugs. That's right.
Yeah, I'm doing meat.
Neat. Pale, after you've been expending so much heat that you actually feel like your metabolism trying to keep up with like your regular body temperature. Like you feel kind of like exhausted and like really hungry. You're not exactly cold. Your fingertips are starting to, you haven't felt cold very many times in your life, but you do take another point of exhaustion because your metabolism's trying to keep up and is having a hard time maintaining your normal body temperature. You're starting to get hypothermia.
Hey, yeah. Only the cool kids get hypothermia.
Which you're still, your internal body temperature is still like 112. But for you, you're starting to get hypothermia.
Yeah. It'd be like that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything visually going on with him?
Probably shivering a bit.
My passive perception is still a 17, even with the -4.
Hell yeah. You can tell he's kind of shivery.
Dude, are you cold? Here, I give him back his blanket.
No, because when the drugs wear off, you're gonna die. I'm just
When the
cold.
drugs wear off, I'm getting in the hut.
What if Leo forgets how to cast it?
Take the blanket.
The drugs will also wear off on me. It'll be fine.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die surrounded by your frozen corpses. I always knew this is how it was gonna go.
Well,
No, in the morning
Go
we'll
back.
go off. You just have to snuggle us. I have a bear, and then I snuggle into the bear.
Yes.
Yeah.
The two jackals are on their tiptoes because they're
one jackal, one hyena.
the dogs are kind of tiptoeing because their feet are cold, and then
Close your lips.
the bear seems pretty okay right now.
I reach into my bag and pull out some fabric scraps from my disguise kit to make little shoes
Little shoes,
for the
wonderful,
dogs.
wonderful. They appreciate this and both lick your face.
Oh, how wonderful.
okay.
Ken, would you like to ride a hyena?
I would love to, I was wondering if that hyena was big enough for me to ride. I literally was thinking about that.
You said giant hyena, right? Yeah, it's
Yes.
a large-sized creature, right?
A large beast.
Yeah, it's about 10 feet long.
Nice.
It's a warg.
A Borg, yeah, close.
Yes, I want to ride the hyena.
Yeah, so if you're going to go look around, everyone make me a perception check.
How are my rolls affected by this? Is it still just one disadvantage, or how's it go?
Let me look up the exhaustion rules.
I got it.
You got it?
And you said perception?
At 2 levels.
Perception check, yes.
I got 20.
Speed is half.
You rolled 20?
I rolled 15.
Speed's half on level 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're walking kind of slow, Pale. Your toes are cold.
Fail. Get on the dog.
Oh, 10's riding it.
The
I
other
think it's
dog.
big enough for 2.
I worry about cremating him.
I rolled an 18.
About the dog? Yeah, don't cremate the...
The dogs are fairy.
Oh, I'll probably be fine.
Yeah, I'll hop on the hyena.
Yeah, so a 17, 10, and 12,
Eight.
and then 18?
18. Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you got above a 15, you see that a little further down, kind of standing on a rock, there is it looks like it's a human girl, probably young, like a preteen or so. And 10, what'd you get again?
20.
A 20, okay. You recognize her, though you haven't seen her in hundreds of years, which is odd because she's a human. It's a young girl, darker skin of people who really live far north to protect against the sun's glare off the snow. Her dark hair is long and braided as though she's never cut it. She wears thin leathers and kind of matted furs, just as you saw her as she'd stand outside the gate of Arlen's fortress castle, Arlen being the city of the Raven Queen back in Lahuya. She was yet another refugee, one of the few survivors of the nomadic tribes that were often caught in the crossfire of Arlen and Dunan's eternal war. That or her parents went off to war and never came back, or perhaps something less noble. She's just a random urchin that somehow got a hold of traditionally northern dress. You've seen her more than once. As for a street orphan, she was always well behaved, and so the guards would let her beg closer to the castle gate than others were usually allowed. As you notice her and may or may not be surprised, she does not look surprised to meet you. It's almost as though she's been expecting seeing you. And she's about I don't know, you come around a corner and she's 50 yards away, standing on a rock.
You look familiar. I've seen you before the gates of Hut.
She turns kind of gray, entirely, and flickers a bit, but then comes back into muted colors. Someone said they saw you. I heard it in the whispers.
There are always whispers.
I heard the whispers say you were in the castle. The wizards were there, the king was there, you were there. You always had the guards with you. The guards whisper hurting smoke as they say, shepherds, generals, both. Whispers some ideas. Then the ideas go mad and slip through like voices under a door. Yeah, everyone else, you all see this as they start to talk. There's what apparently is a ghost girl standing on a rock, talking to Ted.
I'm going to talk to a ghost based off a king, so I'm not interfering.
I'll ask her, why do you tell me?
She stretches out a gray, threadbare, mittened hand to want to touch you.
I'll reach towards her.
Okay. When your fingers meet, you're already in the ice and the snow, and it's, though you're usually cold just because of your condition, you feel even colder. A shock cold. Your fingers and toes and cheeks are numb in a second, burning cold in your ears. It feels like you remember a glacier stream you accidentally jumped to in childhood on that oh-so-rare heat wave from the coast. And your brother laughed at you as you seized and locked up on the hard impact of something so cold. You feel crystals of ice stab into your brain and your core, so deep that you feel like you're never going to thaw out again. This girl looks at you in the eye with her empty, gray gaze and tells you, or not even you, she looks into your soul and tells your soul, listen to the whispers, and the whispers may listen to you. And she lets go, and a few flickers, she's gone. Roll a wisdom save.
Roll the save. Interesting. But you have -4 because of drugs.
Oh my god.
Like
So
3.
So no, total.
No, -3 plus your 7. So a 4. A 4!
4? Okay.
Yeah, -4.
As this ghost girl flickers out of existence, you feel yourself launch back into a vision that you know is not from her. You feel yourself floating, looking to a sea of stars far above the Earth. You're in space, but the Earth is nowhere to be seen. Stars spread out before you like diamonds on black velvet, and the longer you look, there are more infinite, eternal, unfathomable amount of stars. And in the distance, you see one flicker to the color green, and then it explodes and shoots a white ring shockwave that rips apart every star it touches, those exploding, and then eventually collapsing into a swirling, writhing black mass. And it's deeper than any black you've ever imagined. You can't even really look at it because it's just a void. And this swallows more and more stars, and it swallows the entire universe and rushes up towards you like it's the ground when you're falling, and if it swallows you too. Everyone else you see 10 fall over, sweaty, panting, and hungrier than you've ever been in your entire life. And 10, the words, "the maw is coming," slips from your lips, and you feel as though the vision is gone.
I teleport and try to catch him.
Make a dex save.
Ah! I one of those.
You do.
28.
28, yeah, you easily catch him, and sort of says the maw is coming into your strong arms.
I'll lay him back on lay him face down on the hyena.
Okay.
So that he can't fall off. And
I mean, he's conscious.
he's conscious, but he's not in control.
Yeah, 10, roll me what's called a sanity saving throw. So it's a wisdom save, and then you add another 4 to that.
No, sorry, -4.
No, so you had, because you have a +1 normally, and then you have a -4 because of the drug, and then a +4 because it's a sanity saving throw.
And you have all of your 20 sanity points at the moment, so you have a +4.
Alright, so I'm at 13.
A 13. You, upon the first time of you seeing the maw, you lose 1 sanity point, and you now have 19. I believe most people put that in their inventory to keep track of it, but
Yeah.
I always put mine in my backstory.
Oh, that works. Whatever.
Yeah, I put it in my inventory because it's like I can subtract the number from it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
But this little girl tells you to listen to the whispers, and the whispers may listen to you, and then you have the maw vision, which is really rough because you've never had it before in your
I'll pull out
420 years of life.
Can you eat?
Yes. So that's what you all have been talking about.
Yes, and I'll pull out a small ration.
And I pull
I'll take that and say thank you.
And I pull out some juniper berries.
Clap on the back and say, "Hey, your first time. It's always fun, isn't it?" It just gets.
Yeah. And we're supposed to do something about this?
We're gonna do our best.
Okay. Better than doing nothing.
Oh, we will succeed. We got the right gods on our side.
Yeah.
And if not, I'll bring them over. I'm great at making friends.
Yeah, I mean, you made friends with that Jack dude, because I was ready to, stab him.
We noticed.
I was too. I think we were all ready to stab him, but he looks so good.
It was that kid.
We should get capes. God, we need capes.
I used my hat of disguise to have a super fucking badass cape.
Nice. I just sent you the Frost Prince's stat block, by the way.
So we would know what we would have been like if we tried to kill him?
Uh-huh.
He would have messed us up.
Yeah, he's, what is it?
Archfey.
CR21?
We could take him.
We could certainly try, in the words of the late, great Matthew Mercer.
Why
do you act like he's dead?
I don't know. I haven't kept up with Critical Role. He might be. I don't know.
Oh my god.
He ain't got a lot of hit points. With me all hyped up on Mountain Dew, I had more hit points than he did.
Jeez.
And I thought we lost hit points.
You have the chance to permanently lose one if you fail your con save enough, which is why commoners on Star Sugar usually fucking die, because if they have 4 hit points, then they take too much Star Sugar and they lose one. Now they only have 3, and then you get 3 addiction points, and then once you've lost all your addiction points for that drug, you have serious consequences when you don't take it, and so they keep taking it and then they die.
Yeah.
Which they might die taking it before they even get addicted to it, so it's very dangerous. But if you take it right before a fight, not recreationally, it's extremely useful. Although it still has serious consequences if you aren't strong in the the Constitution. Just trying to think of a different word.
Articles of Confederacy.
Nope.
As a sovereign citizen.
Oh god.
How dare you, Northerner?
The Confederacy, the Articles of Confederacy were just before the Constitution. I'm not talking about the Confederacy. It's a different piece of paper, not those Confederacy. It's different.
Uh-huh.
Plus, it was a war of Southern aggression.
Oh boy.
How to start a fight in 1 sentence or less.
No. I mean, it depends on who you talk to, I guess.
Yeah.
Lifted.
Yeah, but you all saw a ghost?
Everybody saw that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Carolina,
Okay.
so what?
Don't play with me.
I saw it, but I'm also high, so I don't know what to tell you.
Nah, yeah, it was there. At least we didn't get in trouble for freeing a ghost we weren't supposed to like last time.
Yeah. But this being his first time seeing them all, did we continue?
Hen, how you feeling, bud?
Ten, are you doing okay?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. Hit off my type of monsters. Took me a off.
I summoned my axe weapon, the hammer bong,
Yeah, the war pipe.
the war pipe.
As I take it, because it's the type of monsters, the smoke takes the shape of a monster, and in this case, it takes the shape of a kraken.
And this cool smoke kraken floats off down the valley pass on the cold wind.
I'm gonna pull out the pipe and start playing just random notes and hope for the best.
Leo, you should try to control it.
I am. Baylor, I'm making a what check with disadvantage?
Performance.
Oh boy, howdy. And then performance is charisma, so that's +8, so 14.
14. Yeah, the smoke kraken's tentacles kind of wiggle in your random sort of jazz beat you have going on, but it still is kind of swirly and smoky and eventually dissipates.
Fucking wicked, dude.
Yeah. I really do think that you actually create that song.
Huh. I don't know about that. Did
You
I
gotta
take a
believe
hit
in yourself.
with the war pipe?
Gotta believe. Also, stop mixing drugs.
Don't tell me how to live my life, at least my God talks to me.
Mine talks now.
Yeah.
It does.
How do you know what mixing drugs does to what? You barely done any.
On the streets of Crackland, I saw people using all sorts of narcotics, and I was told it was very, very, very bad and not fun at all.
You saw junkies.
He's also been to a lot of anti-drug classes, previously being a nerd.
There was at my school, there was a thing called Truth, and it was the religious underpinnings that help us all. And Truth helped us fight against drugs.
Yeah, I saw those T-shirts.
Yeah.
Dare program.
The biggest drug dealer that I know wears one.
Oh God, Ash probably has one. Well,
Ash has like a Moms Against Marijuana shirt.
Yeah.
God.
I know the program you speak of. All it really did was teach people about drugs.
but no one did the drugs, right?
Uh-huh.
My whole life is a lie.
Hey, Leo, I think it might be time for that, the hut.
I agree. And I put my pipe back in my bag of holding. And I reach up my hands and I take a minute to cast Tiny Hut.
You do the summoning that you... I was listening to an old episode and there's a part where you go, Tiny Hut, Tiny Hut. And I just thought that was funny at that point. But yes, you summon your opaque dome.
Wonderful. I let the animals in first.
Oh god.
Wow.
Alright.
So we get to go in first?
Nice.
It can hold 8 medium-sized creatures.
Okay, so Pale, Carolina, 10, Leo, and then I believe the bear is a large creature, so that's 6, and then the giant hyena is going to make that 8, and then there's the jackal. So it's... You all do fit in there, but it says comfortably fit 8, so you are a little cozy. A little more than cozy, but you do all fit inside, but you're shoulder to shoulder, or...
I'm laying in the middle of the animal.
Yeah.
Leo, you do realize that these animals are going to be gone by morning and we're going to wake up somewhere else, right?
Yes, but right now I really, really love them, and they're really warm and cozy.
Yep, curling up with one of the animals.
And on each of the three, I'm going to cast a lesser restoration just so there's no lingering high before we go to bed.
Hate you so much right now.
Sobriety.
As soon as you step into the hut, you immediately start to feel your toes defrosting, as it's such a 73 degrees in there, where you've been at just above zero, getting further away from the cave. So feels pretty good. That and all the animals and you guys in here make it a little toastier, Pale especially. But
I'm like a space heater.
Yeah.
And if need be, a humidifier.
Here, and who among you have points of exhaustion?
Me.
As you go to sleep, go ahead and make con save to see if you sleep enough to sleep it off.
Nope, that's a 6.
Okay.
Accidentally closed the page. Give me a second.
Rolled so hard he left.
Yup. That was a D100, not a D20. That's wait, that's a 9. Oof.
Okay. How about you, Leo?
Wait, I don't have any exhaustion.
Oh, never mind then. It was just Leo and Jesus. Just
Carolina.
Okay. You guys sleep long enough to have taken a long rest, but you're still kinda, you wake up groggy when you do wake up. And we'll get to that next
I
time.
like to rage. Oh, sorry, you said muggy, so.
Oh.
Ew.
That's my next character.
It's just a barbarian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thank you all for
Once
coming.
again, so y'all.
Thank you for letting us be diplomatic to the Archfey.
Yeah. And take a good look at that stat sheet. It's pretty fun. I'm not disappointed that you didn't fight him, but it would have been fun to fight him. I need to practice fighting bigger monsters.
I did have a flame sword. It would have been like Star Wars type shit with my flame sword and his ice sword.
True.
You're not a Dane. We all would have died.
No, we wouldn't have. He was only at CR21.
Only. Oh.
Yeah, let me go to the encounter calculator. Hold on.
Alright, we are
Guys are
going to
level
dip
9.
because Jeremiah starts his new job next week and we are practicing waking up early as fuck. So
Nice.
we can both be on time. He's tired of like a half hour late every fucking day. He can't do that at his new job, so I gotta learn to be on time.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna go sleep because I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning.
Ooh,
Peace out,
gross.
customer.
Bye.
Bye.
Alrighty. Bye for now.
Hey, it's your GM, Bailey Ford. I would like to thank our regular players, Charlotte, Darian, Matt, Jeremiah, and Ian, Hip for our cover art, and Tabletop Audio for our background music. You can find us on Twitter at @Illithids, and thank you especially for listening.
Wait, are you meaning to show us this video, or is it
Wait, we have video?
on Roll20? Yeah.
Oh, here, and go back. No, go into where the page that you're on. There you go. And then go to here, and then turn your camera off. Because it didn't even show that it was showing.
There we go.
Is it off now?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
I mean, you're more than welcome to. But I don't.
No, he's on mine. You can't watch.
No.
Just kidding.
I'm good.
It's not like that. I'm messing around.
Okay.
We're just that we would prefer to not be on video, like hanging out without his shirt before we're married.
I don't screen capture, so
That's fair.
wouldn't be on video.
Enjoy hell, sinners.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
As we discussed earlier, Philly Matt, even just thinking about it is a sin, so we're good.
Mind.
Jesus died, we're fine. It's you Jews that are complicated.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, we have a lot more rules. Ours are just funnier.
Yeah, I
Did you just
know.
say
Like,
Jesus died, we're fine.
yes.
I mean, technically the truth, I guess.
I think that's like the summary of the New Testament.
Yeah.
Well, okay, if you're really gonna, you have to include the reason.
Oh, the reason?
No, he rose.
Oh, he rose. That's right. He died and rose from the dead. We're good.
Because if he just died,
You're right. You're right. Mm-hmm.
He died and said, "Just kidding, lol." And then,
After 3 days, the perfect amount of time for a prank.
So guys, anyway, the real reason I wanted to join y'all is I wanted to tell you about.
Yeah. It's we have
we got
Matt.
Jesus expert in the house.
We had Matt's law fact of the day, and now that's the apocalypse fact of the day, and then there's the Jewish word of the day, and now
What's
we
the
can have
true
Jeremiah's
word?
Christian fact of the day.
The true apocalypse was when the Cicatrix Maledictum opened up after the fall of Cadia, and the Necrontyr and Necron
Oh my god.
Neid alliance with the Imperium failed against Abaddon's 13th Black Crusade.
Mm-hmm.
Is this when like the golems and things were around?
No, it's a Warhammer thing.
Warhammer. Nerds.
Yeah, nerds, you say, as we're fucking playing D&D and you mentioned an apocalypse from Warhammer. Yes, of course, they're the nerds.
I have no clapback to that. You're right.
Okay.
I didn't even realize that we were the ones being addressed as nerds because that was the situation with which the nerds is being addressed. And I was like,
It's the royal nerds.
I'm a nerd. I really did.
I genuinely thought that.
But called out now. Correctly so.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jack Frost.
Yeah, right,
Jack
right.
Boy.
Jack.
Hi, my
Jack
name's
Boy.
the Frost Prince. Welcome to Jackass. Fucking freeze the car or something. Yeah.
He had a
Jackie
sunroof
Boy,
in
what
his
did he
Lamborghini.
prove to you? What was that, Carolina?
So did he make a sunroof in his Lamborghini with the saws off?
Hell yeah, brother. And it's the purple Lamborghini from the song from Suicide Squad.
All my
sucker.
friends are friends, take it slow. And now you got your song of the day.
There you go. That's Darian's song reference is your bit.